Today we're going out west, way out west. In fact, back in time, really. Yep, saddle up your horse, get ready to lay under the stars while a coyote howls at the moon. We're gonna fight some bandits, we're gonna help the cavalry. Yeehaw! We're talking about the Western theme. Started back in 1996, but only lasted until 1997. I feel that's a real shame if you want to know the truth of the matter. This theme was special for a bunch of different reasons. For one, it introduced a ton of new pieces, and the most remarkable was realistic guns, the revolver and the rifle. These were guns that could still be seen in modern settings today. Lego had never produced anything even close to modern until this theme happened. You understand the significance here? This theme also introduced a load of new pieces. Not just the guns, we're talking the soldier hats, the scarves, including the Native American teepees, and the large hollowed out trunk pieces that a minifigure could fit in, and those two pieces never appeared again in any other Lego theme ever. It was also the first theme to introduce racially specific prints for the minifigures. I'm talking about the Native Americans, of course. And yeah, there's some controversy saying it's a little racist, but I understand on Lego's side they wanted to make the natives look distinctive in some kind of way. So I ain't here to get into all the politics. I'm just here to saddle up my horse, ride down the range, maybe look at the glorious magnificence of the canyons while I'll run from bandits or get caught up in a cactus somewhere. That's what I want to do. Let's have some fun. Yeah! Oh! You know, even thinking about my horse chafes my thighs. Anyway, let's get to the set. The set we're looking at today is the biggin', the major one, Fort Legorado. Yeah, we got 10 minifigures. We got bandits. We got them cavalry. And that's about says it. There's no Native Americans in this set. In fact, most of the Native American sets at the time only had the Native Americans. So this is the big one. I'm so excited. It's set number 6762. Now I gotta be real with you. This ain't the original from 1996. No, sir. This is the re-release from 2002. Yep, in 2002, Lego was kind enough to re-release 3 of the Western sets, and this here is one of them. They also did the same thing with Pirates. They chose like about 3 to re-release that were awesome. I did a little bit of research, as I am known to do, and as near as I can tell, this one is identical to the 1996 version. Still has 10 minifigures, still has 638 pieces, so I don't think they changed a thing except maybe the art on the box and the color of the instruction book, maybe a little bit, but it is identical near as I can tell. Now, the whole Lego theme took place in the romantic American Old West back in the 1800s in a little sleepy town called Gold City. This set originally cost $85. And I think that's what it cost in 2002 also. I couldn't find any hard evidence to support that, but who cares? So let's stop John and get into this. What do you say? Alrighty, looks like someone already got into this for me, because it is very neatly laid out. Oh, there's our prints or stickers. Fort Legorado. That's just a very well applied sticker. It's very straight. Don't look like little kid fingers got into this. That was some adult precision, or maybe an older kid. And it is across 2 pieces, which Lego says a big no-no nowadays, but that did make it look smoother though, didn't it? Got our flags. What do we have here? Headquarters, so we know where to go when the big boss is jumping at us. What do we got? A little picture of the box, and this is... That's what the box for the original looked like from 1996. But this is the 2002 re-release instructions. I'm saying this is the same set, but you can tell the background color. See how it's got some nice greens and blues in there? Whereas this is more a little tan. I'd say a little more realistic. Maybe this is sun up. And this is sun down. We'll leave the astronomers to debate that. All right, what else we got here? Lots of horses and lots of colors. Like to see that? You know, like a true cowboy, my horse is my best friend. In fact, he made me a birthday cake on my birthday. It was made out of grain and oats, but I ate it. I eat it. Ah, we got lots of weapons and such, and old gray, original gray, strong gray, whatever you want to call it. Pieces already divided up into colors. Makes my job a bit easier. What do we got here? Ah, some red birds. Look at that. It's the parrot piece, but no printing, just red little birds. All right, there we go, there we go. Some gold, some more prints. And look at these, 4 base plates in tan. Yep, they're still good. I can tell by the sound. You know what's interesting about the Wild West? It's a time in American history that doesn't really exist in any other culture. If you think about it, it was only 150 years ago. Not even. For this reason, it's highly romanticized in other countries. Europeans, Asians, they all love it. They love the idea of this open land, this rough and rugged kind of era where it was lawless. People were dependent on their horses and their guns and their grit and their fine hats, if I do say so myself. And I do. We take it for granted a little bit in America because it's all around. It's in our country. It's part of our history. And like I said, it wasn't that long ago. Think about it kind of like Victorian England or knights and chivalry and kings and queens. How we look at that as Americans and think, oh, that's pretty cool. We fantasize and romanticize about it. They do the same thing about the American West to us. It's really cool. I think it's cool. I'm gonna stop yapping like some old city slicker and get into this set. Legorado, why don't you come to your senses? That's a little song I made up for them loadsome times on the range. Look at this piece. This is a black cone 2x2x1 2/3 octagonal. I ain't never seen something like that before. That's definitely out of print nowadays, ain't it? Now looky here, looky here. This old jail cell door. You see it? That's pretty cool. That's a different design, ain't it? Looky here. You notice something different here? One of these things ain't like the other. Yep, the studs on top. They're different in that middle, feller. So I'm gonna have to search through, see if I can find a replacement for that guy. Who knows, maybe if I flip to the end, there's some alternate parts that says that's okay. If it don't, I'm gonna have to search. All right, as I started building, I noticed this feller got a little melted right there. Can you see that? I don't know what happened. I don't know if someone chewed on that or just came out of the machine all funny. I mean, that is some weird stuff. Looks like when it was printed down on the press, it just nicked it right there. I don't know. Maybe someone did get hungry and that specific stud just looked like a, I don't know, a prairie dog they just wanted to chew up with some hot sauce. I don't know. But I'm replacing it. I got a new one. Well, hey there, Fort Legorado. You're looking pretty nice. Once I built everything up, this is what you get. I only had to replace that 1 or 2 pieces, the plate, and the little plate with the modified hinge at the end, and there was no problem. Everything was there. It was real easy. So what you get when you finally build everything up is these 4 separate little builds, one on each plate. You got a wall unit, you got another wall with a big gate, you got the main gate with Fort Legorado on it, and then you got the headquarters. Looks a little better from this side. I'm gonna take you real close, show you everything, and we're gonna have a rootin' tootin' good time. Woo-wee! All right, now we're gonna put it together in the default position. What they suggest, they give you a bunch of extra of that piece, and they grab onto these. There's one of these in each corner of each section, and just attach it like so. Here we go in the default position. Looks really nice. Of course, you can put it in any position you want. Don't make no never mind. Looks good anyway, but this is definitely the intended way. I did put one in this corner and one in this corner at the top just to strengthen it because they did give you a couple extra. Now, of course, I'll show you the minifigures up close in a moment. Uno momentarily, if I should be so bold as to use my Spanish. For this first section, it's just a plain wall. It's the plainest one. That's why I decided to start with it. It looks pretty nice. I love the texturing. Goes all the way around. we had, let's see, 23 of these large brown panels with the wood tree style. What would you call that? Log style. For the small ones, there's 148 of them suckers in this set. For the 1x4 version, there's 93 of them. So you get a lot in this one set, but it's pretty plain. Which sees what you get. Good amount of depth. Oh, I just trimmed the hedge. Let's put that back. And in the back, not much to speak of either. You got a ladder moving up to the parapet up here. And of course, the best minifigure, we'll look at him later, the cowpoke. Moving on is the other wall, just normal wall section, except this one has a large gate. Oops, I just broke the gate. I'm so strong, it's eating all my Wheaties. It's that rough cowboy lifestyle. Just makes you swole. I would say this is the next plainest one, though it has a lot more life and a lot more texture than the other one. We got another wall here. We got a gate that opens. I'll show you in a second. It don't open right now because it's barred. Got a little red bird detail. These aren't real red birds. They're part of the decoration for the fort. And another tree. Look at this dastardly villain over here. He's got some dynamite and he wants to blow this place up right here and get to the gold inside. Well, I just took him out with my thumb. He ain't that tough. Moving on to the back. Here you got a ladder leading up here, gets you into the fort. You can climb up there, catch some Z's. When there ain't no desperados to be seen. There's one on every gate, built the same, pretty much, except there's a smaller version for the smaller doors. And that, once you take that off, that allows the doors to open. You let anyone you want in. Put it back down just like that. Now you're safe again. Let's put Mr. Nasty back where he is. We'll look at you again later. Here we go. The main gate of Fort Legorado. We got a couple of extra large barrels for some desperados to hide inside. Of course, this guy looks like he has a clear shot in there, so I wouldn't think that's a good hiding place. Again, you have the bird detail for the gate and a couple places to shoot out the top here. If you want to place some fellers up there. Got some horn detail, and up here you got the flag for the cavalry. Looking pretty good. For the back, all you got is a couple of ladders able to get you up here. I guess they gotta clamber up there somehow, use their cowboy muscles. Get up there, and again you got another way to keep critters from getting in. The final section is the most detailed and has the most going on for it. I'm a little curious though. I guess they built this where it can be a front or a back. Well, I'll let you see. So from this side, you got the headquarters, very clearly labeled. You got some rock detail on this side with a chimney. You got a nice fire going inside, and these, they have the out shutters and then the actual windows. The storm shutters, you'd say. Haven't seen that done very often. So you can have your shutters open and your windows closed. Looks good like that too, don't it? And this is, of course, the jail with that extra large jail door that they have here. Little fire going. Add some ambiance. It gets cold out there in the desert. Around this side, you got a little cache. That's right. In here just slides out, little box, and inside, I'd like to think it's the cavalry leader's best gun, the sharpshooter, the peacemaker. Around the other side, this is the back of just a wall. This is the back of the jail right here, and this just leads you out them doors there. And you'll notice there's another, little barring system to keep the doors from opening. But again, is this the back or the front? Because why would you bar this side if this is the outside, then why would you bar this side? So I'm guessing this is the inside, but then if this is the inside, how come this is open? Maybe just for play. I don't know, seems like the sign would be facing the other way. So it's whatever you want, right? That's what Lego's all about, ain't it? Moving inside, we got this nice little jail right here. This jail opens on this side and then you're stuck. Boy, you're stuck. Opening this up to get a little more light, we got an extra play feature. That's what we have here. This fella's got 3 kings and 2 aces. And here's a fireplace. It's just sitting in there pretty. Right there. Nice cozy chairs. But there's a play feature hidden in here. All right, let's say these 2 fellas are playing cards. Of course, this is our bandit. You can tell because of his bandit-y looking face there. And you just flip this switch right here. It's hidden under the table and bam, that boy falls right in jail. Of course, if the captain doesn't like how this guy's playing, if he ain't honest, he's gonna fall too. Not in jail, but he's gonna hurt. Here you go, you captured your bad guy. Probably not the most lawful way to get the bad guys, but hey, when it's the Wild West, you gotta do what you gotta do. Well, if it's the Old West, then you need horses, don't you? And we've got 3. This boy is saddled up. Not saddled up, but he's laden with this boy here. He's just considered a cavalry soldier. He's carrying this cannon, and it just pops off like that, easy peasy. And just a white horse, the old style, only moves in the neck. Cute little wagon design. And look at that design on the cannon there. Now these are the older style. They don't fire, but it does aim up and down, and they do give you a ton of munitions. Here's 4 right there, and you got 2 more over there. Got the smaller wheels on this one, and the bigger wheels on that. Not much to say here. Just used a handful of pieces, and it looks good. Carry it around, drop it off. You're ready to fire, son. Our next horse I decided to give to our bugle blower. Just a brown horse with a black saddle. And of course, as always, they give you the pieces if you want to unsaddle the horse. Same. Head goes up and down, that's about it. And last but not least is another cavalry lieutenant, is what they call him. I call him the captain, because he's got the white bandana. To me, that's captain-y. That flag's on upside down. Take 2. He's got his sword, ready to lead the charge. Charge! Same as the other 2 horses. Just moves the neck, feed him a little hay, little carrots, give him a little love, and he'll be your friend all through the desert. This set also includes 5 of these more realistic style revolvers. You got 10 of the rifles. Focus on me. You got 10 of these, of course, all in the old gray. You got 3 cavalry swords in case Zorro comes by and you need to sword fight him. And you got your 1 bugle, all shiny, real pretty. Done up the same as the gold pieces. Looks real good. Here we have our minifigure selection. We got our colonel right there in the middle, looking pretty spiffy. And we got our 2 lieutenants on either side, and they are identical except for the scarf. Got the same torso, same legs, same face, even. He's determined. He's got a gray beard and no prints on the back. And only the colonel gets that sword. Oh wait, is that how the sword's supposed to go? I did have the flag the right way. Well, shoot. We have our cavalry soldiers. Well, they're triplets apparently. Red-headed triplets, Curly, Moe, and Larry. So they are exactly the same, except for this guy doesn't get cold at night, so he doesn't need his bandana like his brothers. Bandana. Of course, you can turn that around to cover your nose if you're up to no good. And here we have our banditos, our hero. Starting with this fella on the right there. Wow, look at that surly face. You can tell these guys are bad guys. They are up to no good. That's what the bandana looks like when they're covering their face. They all got pretty healthy mustaches, I would say. That guy's a card dealer, I would say. Look at the whatnot and diamonds and such on his vest. He's also got the dynamite. Of course, this is before the dynamite piece. Let's take these scarves off. Ew, I almost wish I left the scarves on. You got some chest hair on this feller. He's got the bullets around his belt. And that guy, he is surly, pouting his lip out like that. got a little derringer tucked away. So the details on these figures are really nice. I mean, Lego upped their game, I think, with this thing. Turn it around the other side. No prints on back, but let's look at our hero over here, our white-haired cowboy. Is he just like a towhead, or is he actually older than he looks? We don't know. Of course, Lego came out with a couple of different faces that were almost identical to that print. We'd have to check that out. You can look at my video. You can look at this video right here. Bam, there it is, talking about the different faces. Well, it's in there. It's not a whole video about that. Who wants to see that? You see what I'm talking about the stopper for the gate being on this side, because if this is the inside, then it don't make no sense. But if you come around this way, well, now it makes a little more sense. So this set, let's face it, it looks really, really good. Just as a display model, I mean, to be a late mid-90s set, this looks really nice. And you can configure it any way you want with the 4 sections like that. And there's a play scenario for each one. Well, maybe not for the wall there, but I guess you could have them try to scale the wall on this side, and it's open. You can get your fingers in there. You can move figures around. You got a bunch of different options. You can, I mean, they give you 10 minifigures. Even that's not enough. You got your bandits. They can blow up this section over here and get the gold. They can be storming the gate on this side. You got the whole play scenario with the cards back here and the jail cell. They could be springing out one of their buddies. They could be trying to get inside or maybe escape. There's so many different play scenarios. They give you extra guns, so maybe they're trying to steal the guns. It's up to you. You got a cannon, you got horses, you got everything. I think this is an absolute dream of a set. It is the flagship set for the wave, and it's lucky that we have it, and maybe there's a lucky person out there who wants to buy it. Till then, may the lonesome road of the cowboy sing you a song at night.